In this short video, you're going to join us on a cruise to see Hubbard Glacier, a 350-foot tall wall of ice that is remarkably still advancing, and Ketchikan, Alaska, a picturesque port town with a Lumberjack Show and a scandalous secret we'll reveal before this video is over. In search of the Hubbard Glacier, we traveled aboard the Holland America Eurodam through Disenchantment Bay, so named way back in 1792 by Alejandro Malaspina, an explorer who was looking for the Northwest Passage and found a wall of ice blocking his way. At first, I found myself squinting into the foggy gap between islands, wondering if the patch of sky I was seeing was the glacier itself. As we drew closer, ice fields came into view. Soon we were passing through a massive field of ice. If you listen, you can hear it brushing against the sides of the ship. The glacier came into view, and it was breathtaking.
Viewing from the decks of the ship got pretty cold. Fortunately, the Eurodam has an observation deck called the Crow's Nest where clear views of the glacier could be had from the comfort of a warm chair. Along Disenchantment Bay, there were other amazing sights to see, including what appeared to be a frozen stream cascading down a mountain and picturesque views of snow-capped mountains skirted with low-hanging clouds.
Too soon it was time to say goodbye to Hubbard Glacier and continue on our journey. We passed a good-sized hunk of ice on the way out, which raised my concern as a layman, but probably was no real threat to the ship. That's easier to say now I'm back on dry land.
Ketchikan, Alaska was one of our favorite stops this trip because there was plenty to do and see, and some interesting history to learn about. Creek Street, one of the main shopping areas, can be seen in the distance here. We'll be going in for a closer look in just a minute. Right next to this ship, there is also a port area with a few shops. If you're on a ship that docks in Ketchikan, definitely take the time to stroll over to Creek Street. There is plenty worth seeing.
Our first stop in Ketchikan was the Great Alaskan Lumberjack Show. This was offered as a shore excursion, and there are multiple show times daily. It was a packed house, and staff members were asking folks to scoot down and make room so they could fit more people in. The show was lively and entertaining, as logging sports competitors boasting impressive pedigrees put on an elaborate stage show modeled after a lumberjack competition with various woodcutting events. Look at how deep that axe is buried in that log. The show ended with a log rolling competition and a big splash. We had a great time and would recommend it.
Next was a salmon run, which during certain times of the year has salmon leaping up to the rapids to find their way upstream to spawn. Salmon are born in rivers, spend most of their lives at sea, and then swim back upriver to spawn and die, giving rise to the next generation. Their life cycle is fascinating, and I would encourage you to look into it if you're interested.
We are traveling along what is called Married Man's Trail here in Ketchikan, Alaska. Now, back around the year 1900, Creek Street, which is now a shopping area, was originally a shopping area of a different kind, home to what you might refer to as fancy ladies, and in order to get there, there were two primary approaches. One would be to just walk down the street in a very visible sort of way, but the other was to travel down a back alley where you were a little less visible on your approach. Maybe you could sneak in the back door and visit your favorite purveyor. And that is why this little back way, back trail, back alley, which is actually quite beautiful, is called Married Man's Trail. A little Ketchikan history for you.
So Married Man's Trail terminates right here and provided a little bit more of a discreet entry into the Creek Street district than perhaps the front path. The path from Married Man's Trail to Creek Street remains narrow and tucked between two buildings. These days, the most illicit thing you're likely to find here is a fabric store. The buildings on either side of Creek Street sit not on the ground but on pilings, providing a firmer foundation than the swampy creek's edge might otherwise allow. On our way back to the ship, we stopped by an Alaskan snack store that was handing out samples of elk sausage and salmon on crackers. Delicious.
I love getting National Park and National Forest stamps, so we swung by the Tongass National Forest Station so I could get my stamp for the Alaskan National Forest. After a brief stop by a beautiful park to view one of Ketchikan's several totem poles, it was time to head back to the ship.
If you could only visit one destination, would it be Hubbard Glacier or Ketchikan? Let us know and tell us why in the comments. We love making videos for you all. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. We couldn't do it without you. We'll see you next time on Places, Plates, and Points.